whom we called as metal? As per the definition, who are called as metal? Which all elements will be known as metal? Yes, come on, give
We
me
has classified.
Metals are the element which form the
Which form
positive
positive
ion.
ions on
the just a moment, one by one. Yes, Kritika, you give me the answer.
Ma'am, metals are the element which form the positive ions on losing
Yes.
the electron.
Very good. And who will lose the electron? Which all element? Yes. Which all elements will lose the electron? Lose the electron. Yes. Which all elements will lose the electron?
Ma'am, metals.
Yes. And among the metals, how many electrons should be in the last shell?
Ma'am,
One,
not
two,
our
and three.
1, 2 or 3. Very good. And those who will have 4 electrons in their last shell, what will they tend to do?
They will share.
They
The
share
They will share their
They
electrons.
will
on gain
share
or not
their
gain.
electrons. They will share their electron. And those who are having 5, 6 and 7 electron in their last shell, what they will tend to do, how they will achieve the octet?
Ma'am,
By
by
gaining
receiving one
the
electron.
Okay, by donating the electron. But before I ask you, I just want to ask you a question. Is my board visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my voice clear to you? Because the net is fluctuating on my side. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So those who are having 5, 6, 7 electron in their last shell, how they will try to achieve octet or get
By
it?
gaining.
Yes, by
Ma'am, by gaining electrons.
So what when they will gain the electron, which charge they will attain?
Negative charge.
Negative charge. So what they will be in nature? Electronegative. Very good. So all the metals, all the non-metals are electronegative in nature. What are metals?
Ma'am, all the non-metals are electronegative elements.
Name metals.
Electropositive.
Yes, metals are electropositive and non-metals are
Electronegative.
electronegative. Very good. So I hope that this is quite clear to you what is electropositive. Because if the atom will donate the electron, it will have positive charge. And if the atom will gain the electron, it will attain negative charge.
Negative.
Those who donate, they will be electropositive elements. And those who accept, they will be
Electronegative elements.
electronegative elements. Now, metals are electropositive and non-metals are electronegative. So, when metal will react with non-metal, what will happen? Metal will come on. Metal will what? Metal do what? Metal will do electrons
Donate their electrons and
Yes.
non-metal will
accept the electron. The metals will donate the electron and non-metal will, if this is electron, then metal will donate the electron and non-metal will accept the electron. Let me tell you, there will be the bond which will be formed between the two. The bond formed between the metal and non-metal will be known as ionic bond. What it will be known as?
ionic bond.
Ionic bond. So what is ionic bond? The bond which is formed by loss of an electron and gain of electron. Because metal will lose the electron and non-metal will
Accept the
Yes. So ionic bond is the one which is ionic bond is the one which is being formed by the losing of electron or gaining of electron, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So metals are the one which will donate the electron, and non-metals are the one which will accept the electron. The bond which is being formed by the complete transfer of electron, it is known as, what it is known as?
Ionic bond.
Ionic bond, or it is also known as electrovalent bond. What it is also known as?
Electrovalent.
Electrovalent bond.
Electrovalent bond. Now we are going to discuss about the properties of the ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So the bond which is being formed between the metal and non-metal, what is it called? When the metal react with non-metal, which bond they will form?
Ionic bond.
Ionic bond or
Ionic bond.
electrovalent bond. And let me tell you, this ionic bond has certain property. Now, what is the property? The property is that those compounds, the compounds which is being formed by the transfer of electron, they are generally solid in nature. That is those compounds which are being formed by the complete transfer of metal, like sodium will completely transfer the electron to the chlorine, and the bond formed will be sodium chloride, and sodium chloride is what in nature? Solid in nature. So generally, if we try to generalize the result, the bond which is being formed between the metal and non-metal, or the compounds which is being formed from ionic bond, or the compounds which show the ionic bond, are generally what in nature? Are
Solid.
solid in nature. Please keep this thing in mind. Boys, you also speak up that the ionic bonds, that is the ionic compounds, how ionic compounds are being formed? I want answer from boys. How the ionic compounds are formed? Boys, come on, give me the answer.
Ma'am, when metal and non-metal will gain or lose the electrons in between them, the ionic bond will form.
Yes, when one of the element will donate the electron and other one will accept the electron. One will donate and another one will accept the electron. The bond which is being formed between the two is called as ionic bond. And the compound which is ionic in nature or electrovalent in nature is generally solid, right? For example, if I try to write down, you just try to find out what will be potassium plus chlorine, which bond will be formed? Potassium plus chlorine.
Potassium chloride.
Yes. The compound will be potassium chloride, and the bond between potassium and chlorine will be
Ionic bond.
ionic bond. And what it will be in nature? The potassium chloride will be
Solid.
Solid.
solid in nature. Generally, we see generally this, we can generalize this. Okay, but there may be exceptions. Okay. Ionic compounds are hard and brittle. Ionic compounds are
For
hard.
example,
Yes. For example, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, copper sulfate. जितने भी bond बन रहे हैं, they are ionic bonds. They are being formed by the complete transfer of electron, and they are what in nature? They are solid in nature, right?
Solid.
Okay. But the compounds, the bonding between the compound is very, very strong. the bond between the compound. For example, if my hand is sodium and this is chlorine, they will bound with each other. The compound formed will be sodium chloride. The compound formed will be sodium chloride. The bond will be called as
Ionic bond.
ionic bond. It will be very, very strong. It will have high melting and point. You will take a lot of heat to separate the two, right? Okay. They are having close packed structures. They are having, because the bonds are very, very strong, so they are having high melting and boiling point. Okay. Ionic bonds are solvable in water. Ionic bonds are
Soluble in water.
if you will try to dissolve the ionic bonds in water, they will dissolve. They will solve. They will be dissolved. Okay. Okay. Just a moment. I will ask you a question. If the water is distilled one, will it be good conductor of electricity or bad conductor of electricity?
Ma'am, bad conductor.
Bad conductor.
Achha, just tell me why it is bad conductor.
Ma'am, because there is no amount of chlorine.
Chlorine mean, matlab no ions are present there. No ions are present there. Okay. Now my question is, if you will take NaCl in a beaker, yeah, in a china dish, right? Put the 2 electrodes in it. NaCl has to be taken in the china dish. Okay. Put the 2 electrodes in it. And then through one of the electrode, connect them to the battery and one you connect to the bulb. Will the bulb glow? Will the bulb glow? Why?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, bulb will not glow because it is in solid. But once you melt it, yani NaCl has to be melted first. NaCl has to be melted first. So, after that, electricity will pass through. Because when they are in solid form, their bonds are very, very strong. They don't get ionized. But when you heat them, there are ions to carry the electricity. So in the molten state, all the ionic compounds are good conductor of electricity, as well as in their aqueous state. Any one of you, can you tell me the difference between the aqueous state and the molten state? Any one of you, can you tell me the difference?
Aqueous state is when an element is mixed with water, and molten is when the element is itself melted
Yes,
due to rise of temperature.
in both the cases, if ionic compound is in solid state, it will not conduct the electricity, but if ionic compound is either in molten state or in aqueous, it will conduct. What it will conduct? It will conduct electricity. Because on heating, when you will heat the molten compound, the bonds will break. The bonds will break and it will form ions. Even when you will dissolve it in water, the bonds will break.
Yes.
And
Ma'am, because kinetic
ions will-
energy आ जाएगी उसके अंदर.
Yes. Okay. Now we have to discuss about the formation of the ionic compounds, right? Through this structure, through the dot structure, we have to discuss about the formation of ionic compounds through the dot structure. Even we can have the dot structure for covalent compounds also. It is not necessary that we can have the electron dot structure for only Ionic
Compound means carbon compounds.
which compounds? Covalent compounds.
Yes, ma'am.
Covalent compounds are the compounds which are formed by the sharing of electron. Like ionic compounds are the one which is being formed by the complete transfer of electron, and covalent compounds are the one which are being formed by the sharing of electron. Is it clear? Is it clear, Rohit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So electron dot structure can be shown for both ionic bond as well as covalent bond. But first of all, today we are going to discuss about the electron dot structure of ionic bonds. Ionic bonds are the bonds where what is happening?
Transfer
Ma'am,
of electrons between
yes.
metals and non-metals.
Where complete transfer of electron is occurring between the elements which are involved in the ionic compounds. For example, if you have to show the compound which is being formed by sodium chloride, it is already, or you suggest me, okay, like sodium oxide. There is sodium oxide. For that, we need to know their atomic number. What is the atomic number of sodium?
11.
11.
Ma'am,
11. And चलिए क्लोरीन का ही देखते हैं. And what is potassium chloride का बनाते हैं rather than sodium? Let me take. What is the potassium?
19.
ma'am,
19. Very good. Chlorine?
17.
17.
70.
And what will be their electronic configuration? Electronic configuration बताइए.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Two-
potassium का
2,
287.
2881. And here it will be 287.
7.
So how many electrons are present in the last shell?
Ma'am, 1 and
In
7.
potassium 1 and in chlorine 7. ठीक है? Those which are having complete where the shell is completely filled, we are not showing them in the electron dot. We show only the valence electron in the dot structure. Okay? We show only the valence electron in the dot structure. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the atom involved is potassium and chlorine. How many electron potassium have?
19.
9 last shell mein, because those shells which are
One.
completely filled, they will not be
One.
shown. 1. And how many are having with chlorine?
7.
7. You can represent either them by the dot, or you can represent them with the
By the
combination
cross.
of dot and cross, or you can represent them by cross only. I will use the combination of dot and cross because it will be easy for you to understand them. And it will be easy for everyone to judge also when you are using the dot and cross combination. So
Ma'am,
how
but in
many
paper we have to,
you can
ma'am,
use
we have to
any.
apply
You
the
can use-
negative sign.
No. You can use cross and dot also. That is also correct.
No, ma'am, I am saying that जहाँ पे हम क्रॉस लगाएंगे तो हम वहाँ पे नेगेटिव साइन भी लगाएंगे.
वो तो लगाना ही पड़ेगा ना, because you will be able, only then you will be able to say that this has formed the positive ion and this will be forming the negative ion. At that time you have to, but only when you are forming the dot structure. Okay. Now if you will look at the electronic configuration of potassium, it was 2881. Is it? If it donates the one, will it achieve octet?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It will have 8 electron in its last shell. And have a look at chlorine. Chlorine 17, 287.
287.
Someone
It will
donates its 1 electron, it will become 288.
noble gas configuration it will achieve.
So it will get the noble gas configuration and it will become the stable. So what it will do while forming the bonds, what this will tend to do? Potassium will donate the electron towards chlorine.
And become positive charged ion.
Yes. Through the arrow, we have to show the arrow also. And then potassium. How many electron it has donated?
1
One.
positive 1 मैम
You
positive
will
1 आ
find
जाएगी इसकी वैलेंसी.
positive one या plus
Positive
only,
valence.
that is also correct. Either you can write positive 1 or simple positive. Now, but chlorine, we have to show that chlorine has also achieved 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 has to be shown like this. What will be the? It will attain negative charge.
Ma'am, please rotate camera towards the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will attain the negative charge. Why?
Yes.
Because it has
Because it
accepted the electron,
Accepted the electron.
and you are going either, then last you are going to show it like this, KCl, potassium chloride. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, so their magnitude as a whole will be 0 or not?
Plus will get balanced with the minus. So in the, when we are writing the compound formula, we don't show it because plus will be getting nullified by the minus. But let me tell you, overall, if you will try to analyze the compound, overall there is no charge, because if you will see the nature of atom is also neutral. Atom is also neutral. Before it donates the electron, only then it will become ion. But when these ions will come together, when these ions will form a compound, again then it also will become neutral. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For example, if I have to find out I have to draw the electron dot structure of sodium oxide. I have to draw the electron dot structure of sodium oxide. Now, you know how many electrons are present in the last shell of sodium? How many electrons? One. Let us see oxygen. What is the atomic number of oxygen? Atomic number of oxygen? Come on. 8. So electronic configuration?
26.
How many electron does it require to complete the octet?
2.
2. Very good. Now let us see sodium. Sodium has how many electron? So sodium can donate how many electron? What is the electron which are
1.
present? 1. Very good. Plus oxygen. Oxygen has how many electrons? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If sodium will donate 1 electron, but still it is short of 1 electron, so there will be one more atom of sodium which can donate its electron towards oxygen. Right? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, when I will write it like this, showing this side is clear, the reactant side is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because oxygen requires 2 electrons one atom of sodium can donate only one electron. So it requires two atoms of sodium. So that one electron is donated by one sodium and another electron is donated by another atom of the sodium. Now how to write? Put sodium in the bracket. How many atoms of sodium have been involved?
Two.
Two. So you have to write at the bottom that two atoms are involved. Okay. Then put chlorine again in the bracket and show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This will mean that these two have been donated by whom?
Sodium.
So this will attain +2 charge, this will attain -2 charge. Yes or no? Because there are two atoms of sodium. One atom will have +1, right? Or you can write it like this. After you show this step, you can write Na2O. Because in the compound, you need not to write down the charges, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I ask you, like it has showed. Okay, now you show the magnesium chloride. You draw the dot structure for magnesium chloride. Come on, jaldi se. You draw the dot structure for magnesium chloride.